Hey all, Lawrence from Express Unity, and today we're going to be starting our Idea to Steam series. Basically, what we are going to be trying to accomplish is literally exactly how it sounds. We're going to be going from an idea to publishing the game onto Steam and trying to sell it. Now, if any of you watched the previous video, I said that my limit for this is $150. So, what I'm planning on doing exactly is taking that $100 and purchasing the Steam Direct licensing fee, I think they call it. And then with the $50 remaining, we are going to be purchasing models, assets, basically anything that we think could be used to help with the game. Now, I'm going to just be using that $50 to purchase just models, because I can basically do everything else. So, unfortunately, I've literally recorded this video 3 times. First time no, 2 times, sorry. So this is the 3rd time. So first time, the second half of the recording got corrupt and I didn't really like how it was piecing together. Second time, midway through, computer blue screened and lost all the files completely. And now we're up to the 3rd attempt. Now, because I've already done this, because it's signing up to the Steam Partner Program, it's all using your legal details with like your bank account, your real name and whatnot, I can't make a new account and show you guys, but I'll probably pop up some pictures around the screen on like what I did. For example, the first steps that you take are basically just personal details, your name, your address, stuff like that. After you fill out those details, you will need to buy a Steam Direct license fee. Basically that's 100 USD. If you proceed with that, it'll take you to a checkout exactly the same as if you were buying a game or anything else on Steam. Once you continue with that, it'll take you back to the page, and then after that, it'll then give you some forms that you need to fill out for your bank account, and then you will need to fill out forms for all your taxing and whatnot. You don't need it, but you will need a tax file number. Or a TIN if you're in the US, I think that's what they call it. Yeah, so basically if you don't give them a tax file number or a TIN, they will end up taking 30% of your revenue, whereas if you have it, they only take 5%. So I do recommend that you get one, although it's not really necessary. And it takes them about a week to confirm those details, so even if I logged in now, I can't really show you guys around the panel because I'm actually locked until they've identified my tax information. So all I can show you at the moment is a few screenshots that I'll probably place around the screen, not sure where. And basically the start page where you would get started, which is partner.steamgames.com. And on this page, it has a login for your Steam and your password, and just has some basic information. But yeah, basically what I would recommend is starting a new Steam account. You can use your existing Steam account, however, if you do end up publishing a game and you comment to reviews or discussions, it'll actually have a tag developer next to your name, so people can click on that and then they can go to your actual profile and they can view all your personal details and whatnot. So if you don't want them to view any of that, then make a new account. It's super easy to do, it's just a new Steam account. Make sure you have mobile auth on it. I don't think they will let you do this if you do not have Steam Guard activated on your account. But yeah, sadly I can't show you the process again, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But it's pretty straightforward. Once you log into this area, into the Steam Games partner area, the dashboard will basically have a wizard. It'll tell you, what do you want to do? Are you a game developer? Are you a site license program? It basically says over here, these are the 3 options that it'll tell you. Basically, you select the game developer or publisher. After you click continue, then the wizard will tell you what to do and whatnot. So you just go ahead and you fill all that stuff out. Super simple to do. The only thing that's it'll basically take a while to start up the account fully. I'm gonna say it'll probably take about 2 weeks for them to confirm everything, your tax, your banking, all of that. On top of that, when you release a game to Steam, you need a minimum of 2 weeks that it is released onto the store as coming soon. They won't let you basically release the game and sell it straight away. You basically need it to be visible to everyone for a minimum of 2 weeks. So if you have a release date, make sure you put that in the planning of the release of the game. Okay, so now that I've ranted on about this for a little, hopefully that was enough help to get you guys started. Again, just partner.steamgames.com and that should be good. Alright, so now I'm just gonna move on to how I basically start off generating ideas for my own game. Now, I've got my tablet here, and I would usually draw this in a notebook, or write it down in a notebook rather. Don't really have that much space on my desk, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so, okay. So basically what I would start off with is just a bunch of random words, right? So we don't want the game to be too complex. Remember, the budget is 150. I mean, you could think of it as the budget only being $50 because that's all I'm spending on the game itself. $50. And I should note that it's 50 USD, so because I'm in Australia, all of this comes to AUD, so I think my end total might be around 200 AUD, but that's alright, I'm just doing it in USD, so it'll be 150 USD for those of you that want to know the currency I'm using. Okay, so basically, again, because I've done these videos before, I've now got these ideas stuck in my head from the last videos, so I'm gonna try my hardest to think of other things so that it is different. We can go from the ground up. So the first word that always comes to mind when it's a low budget game, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game, but low poly. That's basically the main thing. Whenever you have a low budget, low poly, not bad. A lot of work goes into low poly models, but low poly is also the cheapest if you're wanting to go assets and just buy some stuff. So game is going to revolve around it being low poly. So now we can start just adding words that come to your head, you know? I don't know. Let's go with find. Let's go with monster. Don't mind my handwriting, I'm really tight for space here. And then we can go with, I don't know, gun. What else? We can go with item. We can go with maybe some kind of action. What can we go for? Maybe dash. I'm just thinking, let's go with, we'll go with build. Might be able to build something. Let's just segment this off. Let's go with maybe more of a theme for the levels now, so maybe desert. I hope I spelled that right. Then maybe forest. town. Oh my goodness, that is some good writing. Okay, so our main category will fall under low poly. Then we have all these other keywords: find, monster, gun, item, dash, build, desert, forest, and town. Maybe a few more words. Just trying to think. This whole concept part, this usually takes me a very long time. Sometimes I could be in a file, or in paper rather, for weeks, just writing down ideas until I'm happy with the amount I have. So, yeah. Forest, town. Could also go with city. Okay, you know what, we'll just leave it at that for now. But what I would do, usually I would have a much bigger list than this, right? So what I would do is I would circle a few words that interest me. So, monster, that's one that pops out. We'll go with a different color while we circle these. So monster. Find could be interesting. Gun. Build might be a little bit too complex. We want to make a decent game, but we don't want to overcomplicate it. So forest is also one. Maybe we'll circle item as well. So, you know, we have a few things here. Find, monster, gun, item, and forest. So now, after I've got these words in my head, I will then go into a new file and just jot up some concepts of something. So, we could have something where we are in a forest. These green circles can be trees. These black circles can be rocks. Maybe we've got a path down the middle, I don't know. These purpley things, maybe they are some kind of ancient relic or artifact. Maybe around them we have some monsters guarding them. And maybe the whole mission, the whole purpose for the player is to hunt down these relics, defeat the monsters, and then move on to the next level, which will then contain even more relics, even more monsters. And every time that he gets a relic, he might get a new weapon upgrade or weapon stat boost or something like that. So that is an idea. Let's go new. And let's see, maybe a Plants vs Zombie kind of vibe. Let's go with a line down the middle. Okay. And this side there is a village. Don't mind my very bad drawings. This is all, it doesn't matter if you're bad or good at drawing, I'm terrible at drawing. But it's just something visual to get your brain to basically know what you're wanting to do, right? So maybe you have this village here, the player is here, but he can also go on the other side of this line as well as walk around here. And maybe he has waves, what is that? Waves of monsters coming in. And maybe instead of having waves that come in, say once you defeat these 3, then another wave will come with like 10 monsters or something. Maybe it can be an endless game where the monsters increase in difficulty the more that you hunt. And if they cross this line here, let's just say you have 10 HP hit points, if 10 monsters manage to cross the line, then you lose. So every time one, then you go down 1 hit point. So this is one that we could stick by. I like that one. Alright, let's move on to the next idea. And the more ideas you make, the better. At the end of the day, you're only going to be selecting one, but the more you have, the more chances of you finding something that you're really passionate about. The thing when you do game development is you don't want to go blindly into a project that at first you think is, oh, it's going to be really awesome, we can do something good with this. 3 months down the line, you just wear yourself out, you don't enjoy the project anymore, and you just ditch it. That's basically a waste of your time, and if you spent money, it's a waste of money. Trust me, I have a lot of projects that I thought were going to be cool. I ended up going pretty far into it, and then I just lost the drive to develop them further. So I'm telling this to you guys from personal experience. So the more ideas you jot down, the better. Try and get an idea that you are truly passionate about. So let's go. Let's think. Alright, let's go with the same with the first one. Maybe we have a path down the center with some kind of gate. And in order to get to the next level, the player needs to unlock this gate. This can be the player. The color didn't change. This can be the player. There's a forest out here. And there might be... Why am I choosing the same colors? There might be, let's say, 2 monsters. And in order to get the key to this gate, you need to kill these 2 monsters. However, maybe you don't shoot them. Let's say that you need to find a trap. Let's change the color. You need to find a trap that is randomly around the forest, and you need to get the monsters to follow you. And you need to get far enough away from them so you can go around the trap, and the monster will fall into the trap. Once you get them both in, then the gate will open. So this is completely ignoring the item and gun idea, but still, pretty interesting idea. Excuse me, I've got a really bad throat. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold, cause colds suck. Alright, so we have 3 ideas. I think that will be pretty good. Basically now comes the deciding factor. I am leaning towards the last 2. This concept is pretty fun and interesting. But this seems like we could have a lot more depth into it. So it's still a simple idea, but once we get rolling with it, we can add more items, we can add more weapons. Alright. I think I'm going to go with this idea. Goodness, my throat is not good. Alright, so now that we've done that, alright, let's make a new project. I'm going to be using Unity 2019. We are going to be using the lightweight render pipeline. That is because I want to use the shader graph, and I just want to make some interesting shaders with it. So yeah, let's just name this Idea to Steam and create project. Goodness. Just gonna take a drink of my tea. Yeah, my computer is just going really slow lately. Like I said, a blue screen before, so might be time for me to upgrade my system. Come on, Unity. Open. Alright, so just gonna go into the scene. I'm going to close this. I know what the idea is. I don't really need to keep any of this now. And I'm going to go into a new scene. One thing I want to check first is the project settings, and it's currently using the high quality pipeline. That's what I want. I also want to check the depth texture. Anti-aliasing, never really want that in a low poly game. I don't think it suits. Maybe you want it. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, yeah. Alright, so now comes the fun part of finding assets. So the first thing that we want to find is some kind of environment. And there is a sale for 50% May Madness. So we could get some good deals on this. That would be good. Nature pack. I think I saw this in my last attempt. I don't think I went with it because it was $25. And while it does look extremely amazing, we need to... Basically, we've got a really tight budget. So, we want to make the best looking game possible with only $50. So, here's what I'm going to do. Gonna uncheck this on sale tab. I'm just going to go into... I think I went into low poly stylized. And then we went into environments. Okay, so the first thing I want to find is some kind of trees, some kind of environment pack that I think will look pretty good. Another bonus is I probably wouldn't spend more than $10 on an environment. These look good. What does this include? Is it much? It's just trees. They don't look bad. I really like this type of style. What I'll do, this is what I'm going to do for all of them, right? Is I'm going to add them to my favorites. And basically anything that we like, we add to the favorites, and then we will basically select the best ones once we're all done. Let's just get a quick look. Is that easier? Oh boy, this contains 399 prefabs. Okay. See, these are the types of models that I can model, so I'm not really interested in that kind of low poly. I want it more stylized like the one above, because that looks really cool. Low poly environment world. Ah, I should have just gone quick look. I keep forgetting that there's that thing. This looks alright. But again, most of the models are something that I could do. Remember that I can model to a basic level. However, I want to try and get basically models that I can't really do that well. What is this? Isn't bad. Again, I could probably make most of these, but I will add it to my list. Alright, let's keep searching. Oh, is that it? Okay. I guess we're going to just stick with low poly. And we'll see if we get any cool environments. So this is, again, this part is going to be time consuming for whatever your project that you're going to do. If you end up doing something like this, it is a fun challenge, and by the end of it, really rewarding. If your game ends up being successful, you've only spent $150, you could see a return of, I don't know, let's say over 500. So it's really rewarding, and it's a really good feeling when you achieve something like that. Something that people enjoy playing, while you enjoy making the project, and you didn't really spend that much on it. I don't know, nothing's really standing out to me. Maybe if we just go low poly tree and we see what comes up. I think that's something I already looked at. This looks interesting. I don't mind this pack, actually. What prefabs does it contain? I think it's a little bit pricey for what it is, but I will save it to list. We'll continue maybe finding one or two more, and then we'll move on to another asset. This looks nice. Let's see what this contains. It's not half bad. Let's see. Package comes with over 450 ready-to-use prefabs. Just drop them into your scene. In this pack you can find trees, mountains, tents, interior, vegetation, rocks, cliffs, boulders. Okay. We will add it to list. Let's see if anything comes up in the recommended. Not really. I've got no idea what song is currently playing, but it's 10 out of 10. Low Poly Environment Pack. Ooh, some of these look very interesting. Oh, actually, I think they're super low poly. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Is this one that I added? Yeah, looked familiar. Not really finding anything that's standing out. Because that's basically the main factor to this, is we want to try and find the assets that stand out. We don't really care about it being a 5-star reviewed asset. If we can turn that asset into something that will make our game pop, that is the asset for us. But... Can I look at this one already? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, well, I think we have a few that would be pretty nice. So the next thing I'm going to look for is some kind of low poly buildings. Let's go with building low poly, and cause we're dealing with monsters, maybe some sort of medieval scene. I'll see if we can find any type of castle or something. Oh, that's $33. That is way above the budget. Low poly medieval buildings. Ooh, okay. Oh, nice. This has all the little parts and stuff as well, so we could even use them to maybe make some kind of like upgrade station for our weapons. Alright, this is giving me, like, now that I'm seeing this, my brain juices are starting to flow. So I think we're gonna go away from the whole gun idea and replace it with swords and basically melee weapons. So, yes, okay. I am adding this to list. I don't even need to look for anything else. I really like that. Okay, so let's go find our character model. Now that we know it's medieval, we're going to go with swords. We want a low poly character that will fit the style. Oh, also when it comes to models, whether it be the monsters that we get and the character, I'm going to get something that will come with animations for it already. And one thing I am going to do as well is I'm going to most likely use an asset called U-Motion. Now there is a free one that you can use, however the paid one, which I already own, has stuff like animating inverse kinematics inside of Unity. So I have already purchased that for previous projects, so I'm going to most likely use that for this project. Because if you have something to develop games, why not use it, you know? Did I not select? Here we go, I want to select humanoid. So yeah, I will be using a few things that I already own. So for example, if it's some script that I've already coded in the past, instead of me rewriting it, I'm going to just reuse it. There's no point reinventing the wheel, you know? If I've already coded a camera movement script, I'm going to reuse it. Maybe make it better, make it suit the style of the current game, but there's no need to code an entire new one. And that's something that you should do throughout all your games, is try and make most of your scripts reusable, so that you have this folder full of scripts that you can just reuse. And recycling is not a bad thing, remember that. Ooh. Okay. He's already holding a sword, so safe to say he's probably already got a few, where is it? A few animations. Idle, look, walk, run, strafe, jump, fall, shoulder bash, slash, swipe, stab. Okay. I can definitely work with that. Alright. That's my character right there. Alright, I'm not sure what our budget is. It's probably over, maybe, I don't know. So now we want to go with creatures. One-eyed bat, maybe? Does he have any animations? Oh. Spawn, fly forward, fly left, projectile attack, cast spell, dodge, take damage. He has a lot of animations, and that is something I really like. So let's save that. Polygon Dragon, no, too expensive. I think $5 per model. Another thing, when it comes to character models, you're rarely going to find a cheap pack. You're better off finding cheap individual models. So we've got that one. Let's see what else. I did select, yeah. Lant Monster. Let's see what this gives us. I like the variety as well. If it comes with different textures, these kind of simple models, we can easily edit inside of Blender as well. So I am going to see if... Oh, great. Idle, attack, walk in place, walk with root motion, run in place, run with root motion. Alright. Anything else down here? Flower monster. No, I don't really like that. Alright, let's go ahead and add to list. The polygon wolves look cool, but that's almost $15 for them. almost $20 for these guys. It does come with a few though. Wait, is that it? That can't be it, right? Is that it? Is it $20 for literally those two things? Two things, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, $20, it comes with quite a few things. No, it doesn't. There's only 2 models in there. There are some good looking models, but none. I want some ground monsters. A lot of these guys are going to be flying, and that's not really a bad thing. Fairy dragon. See, I don't think this will really suit the art style, because this is more of a realistic low poly attempt rather than the cartoony low poly attempt that we've currently selected. Just need at least 2 more good looking crawling bug. Alright. Add to list. And just one more. Sci-fi deer. That looks cool, but too pricey. Toon Dark Elf Mage. Huh. It is only $5. Now all the other guys have been more monstrous. We'll just try and stick with that theme. Forest Bat. Looks cute, but I want more ground units. Oh no. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything left. Maybe we leave it at that for now and... let's maybe just add these to my favorites for now. And we'll add this and we'll price check a few things. So let's go into my lists and favorites. So my very first favorite is this low poly medieval building. So I'm going to move that to cart. Now I just need to decide on the foliage. And I think this is going to be our best bet. Yeah. Alright, we'll try that. Let's move that to cart. Now we want our player. Let's move to cart. I'm just going to quickly view the cart. How much are we up to? Shouldn't be that much. $20. Yep, alright. So we got $30 to play with. So let's move this one to cart. Move that one to cart. And how much we got to play with? It's $46.80. Alright, let's quickly check these, because I didn't actually check if these guys were animated. Oh yeah, animated. Alright, that's cool, that's cool. Was the other guys animated? Yeah. Maybe I just stick with these guys for now. I'm not spending over $50, so $46.80 is pretty good. And we can basically use these models as a base to make new and more interesting creatures, really. So I think... No, you know what? We are forgetting something. Oh, okay, this is painful. Gonna be real tight. Alright, we haven't found any weapons yet. So we need to find some low poly swords. Because I think that is... Yeah, they're like low poly, but like still in like a realistic textured sort of way, so it's not really something... It's so hard. Okay, let's go... like poly weapon. So I'm looking for anything like swords, maces, axes, any handed melee weapon basically. No, they don't really look that great. Spears, axes. These look interesting. Nah, they're still a little bit too much on that realistic-ish side. They're not. Ooh, hey. Here we go. Here's the stuff of dreams. Oh yeah, I think this will... Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna fit the art style. Me like. Let's add to list. Alright. Any other things? Stuff. Alright. We're gonna stick with the axes. So we'll just use axes for now, that'll be fine. Alright, now comes the hard part of budgeting everything. So let's move that to cart. See how much everything comes to. It's $30. You have the building. Okay, so it's definitely gonna be over budget if we add. Oh no, it didn't add it back. Oh, that sucks. Low poly alien. Is that what it was? Okay, we want to add this one back. We'll go with this. This. We'll go with basically all of them, and we'll try and mix and match to see what the best price for them is. Maybe this one. We'll go with this one. Alright, I think that'll do. So, let's go with first let me just check this guy, because this guy looks pretty cool. I definitely like this one a little better. And animations. Yep. Alright. Let's add this guy to the cart. So let's move to cart. Does it? I wish it like had the price of the cart in the corner. That'd be really handy. 42. What can we go with? I think that's gonna go over. Whoops, I didn't want to go there, I wanted to go to the cart. 52. Damn, alright, let's get rid of this guy. Let's go back to my list. And let's select these guys. So move to cart, and these guys are only $6.90. Let's move to cart. I think I've definitely gone over, but I keep selecting back on the list rather than. Yeah, 56. Okay, so let's see. We've got too many flying guys, so I'm gonna remove this guy. Alright, and I'm at literally $50 bang on. So we have a couple of monsters. We have our weapons, we have our knight, our forest, and our buildings. I think that is it. Now, I'm not going to buy them now. I am going to basically prototype the game a little. I'm going to leave these in my cart. At the moment, they literally bang on $50. I don't think any of them are on sale, but if the prices of them do go up, I'm still going to buy them because the original price was under $50. So, the next step I'm going to do is basically just prototype the game with cubes and a few basic objects. Once I'm happy with the prototype, I'll start replacing the basic primitives with the models, and then we'll start animating them and adding post-processing and adding a few custom shaders. I think we can really get this to look like a really nice game. So yeah, it has been a really long video. And again, I'm sorry that the whole registration for the partner program for Steam didn't get recorded correctly. It kind of sucks. I'm kind of really bummed about it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Give the video a like if you did, and subscribe helps me out a great deal. And if you want any help or want me to answer any questions, go ahead and join the Discord, and I'd be happy to answer anything or help you out even. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next Idea to Steam video tutorial series. Again, not really tutorials, it's more of a demonstration on what I do. But yeah, alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next video.